Do you want to see my canary get checked for air sac mites? It's really interesting. If you do, then stay tuned because it's coming up in a moment. So this is my Canary Song. And about a month ago, I noticed her breathing was a little bit abnormal. Her chest was breathing like going out quicker than normal, like in and out faster. Her tail was a little bit bobbing. And I noticed her feathers were a little bit fluffy. So when you see those symptoms, you think, sick bird. So I thought automatically I'd better separate her from my flock. So I did put her on my lower level, and I wanted to keep an eye on her because I thought, well, maybe there was a fight or a scuffle and she's just stressed out. So anyways, I put her on my lower level, and the next day she looked the same. So right away, I called my Avian Vet. So I took her to my Avian Vet, and the vet looked her all over. She said it could be either just a respiratory infection or some kind of fungus or air sac mites. I'm like, ew, gross. Yeah, I don't like mites. I know canaries are prone to air sac mites, so you never know. I really don't know how they get them because she was born here in my house, and my other birds don't have air sac mites, so I'm not really sure about that. But anyways, I wanted to get her checked. So the vet is going to check for air sac mites. So is that an air sac?
No, it's just his trachea with his blood vessels there.
Right. The neck is so small. Right?
I know. Right. You are being feisty. You want to just turn off the lights, Irene?
Yeah.
Yep. So the trachea runs near the that vein there that I'm seeing, and I'm not seeing anything move up and down that trachea. Yeah, that's pretty clear. And then, unfortunately, I can only see one part of the trachea.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna. Okay, we're good. Yeah, sorry. Oh, I didn't see anything, but it's so very rare that you do, unless it's like a very heavy infestation.
Yes. That's true.
I know.
All right, did you see that? How the vet shined a flashlight through her trachea because the air sac mites would be in there. But as you heard, the vet said you can't really see them unless there's like a total infestation. Infestation? Is that how you say it? Whatever. If there's a lot of them. So, there could have been a few. We don't know. So what the vet did was treat her for parasites by giving her on the back of her neck, sort of like a dog gets flea medication. You get the drops on the back of the neck. This one was called ivermectin, and she put a drop. I'm not sure. She didn't do it in front of me, so sorry I didn't get that on film. So I assume it's one drop on the back of her neck. But since we're not sure if she did have air sac mites, the vet also gave me Baytril to fight off an infection, because it's really hard to tell what they really have unless you see a lot of mites in the trachea. So the vet gave me Baytril to give Song, and the Baytril is meant to go in the water because it's really difficult to catch a canary every day and give them Baytril. It can stress them out, and they can actually die in your hand because canaries are very, very delicate and they get stressed out a lot. So the Baytril actually goes into the water, and I was supposed to give 10 drops in an ounce of water. So I use, those little glasses you use for alcohol. If you drink alcohol, you'd know. If you don't, well, anyway, there are little glasses like this that says an ounce on it. So it's 10 drops per ounce in the water. So what I do is I get one of those, I fill up an ounce of water, and just so I know I have the right amount. And also what I do is I use a stainless steel bowl for all my medication when I give my birds medication, because if you use plastic, the medication can stick to the plastic and go inside. You really don't want that. So use a stainless steel bowl if you ever give medication to your bird. That's what I do anyways. It's up to you, but that's what I do, and I believe it's safer and it's better. The bird can get all the medicine. So as I'm treating Song, I give her the medication in a bowl. So I put it in, and she went right away, and she took a few sips. She shook her head because it probably don't, taste that good. But she did, she drank it all. She was pretty good about that. Now, canaries, they really like to bathe every day. I couldn't give her a bath because she would actually go in the bath and drink the water from the bath water and not drink the water with the medication in it. So I did try once, but what she did was jump in the bowl and start drinking it. And that wasn't good because I wanted to drink the water with the medication in it. What I did with the medication as well is I would give it to her in the morning, and I would take her bowl out before she went to bed. That way she wouldn't be drinking the water in the morning from the day before. You know what I mean? I want to give her a fresh batch every morning. So if you have to give your bird a medication in the water, just take it away at night before they go to bed, and then you can make a fresh batch in the morning, because as soon as they see the sunlight, like if you don't cover your birds, they're going to go drink the water, and you really don't want them to drink water with the medication sitting in there for forever. And so that's what I did. I would take it away at night and give her fresh medication each morning. So my vet did say if she doesn't improve, it's possibly that it was air sac mites and she would need another treatment. So she would need to go back to the vets to get the parasite treatment with the ivermectin. But she got a lot better, and she was actually better in about 3 or 4 days. But I still continue the medication because you have to, otherwise if you stop, it could cause her to reverse and get sick again. So anyways, it did help her, the Baytril and then the parasite medication, and today she is back to normal. So I'll show you some clips of her flying around my bird room. She's having a good time. She flies, she breathes fine. She doesn't breathe heavily when she flies, so she's totally normal now. So if you have a sick canary, make sure you bring it to the Avian Vet. And let me know, do you have a canary? I'm going to put the card up here. You can just click on that and you can collect yes or no. I'm curious if you have a canary. So overall, if you ever have a sick bird, if they're fluffed up, their tail bobbing, they're breathing heavy, especially if their mouth is opening and closing, that's a bad sign. Like, I didn't want to wait for that to happen to her. Once their mouth starts mouth breathing, that's really serious, and they really need treatment. By that stage, they might not make it. So really take them to the vet before that stage, because once they hit that stage, there's too many mites and they can suffocate them. Even if the mites die inside, there's too many and they can block the airwaves and they can die if it is mites. And even if it's a respiratory infection, it's not going to go away on its own. They need medication. So let me know if you have an avian vet in your area, and if you take your bird to an avian vet or a regular dog and cat vet. I recommend an avian vet if you can find one, and it's worth the drive to go find one because they have more experience, obviously. So I want to thank you very much for watching. I'm going to put the card again up here of my canary playlist. You can go ahead and go watch that. I have lots of canary videos. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you in the next video. Song, you want to say goodbye? Say goodbye. Sing a song. Anyways, we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.